Hey kids, welcome. I'm Belle. This is not my classroom, this is actually my bedroom, and yes, this is a little bit of a different setup, but it's because today I'm going to be spending a little more time in my house, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna film a video in my bedroom today. So yeah, welcome to my bedroom. So today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about praising, because this is something that, okay, there is a motorbike outside, let's wait for that. Alright, so lately I've been receiving a lot of questions, not only from you guys, but from people from my job as well, asking me about praising people, how to praise kids, and how much is overpraising, how much is not praising enough. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. But before we start the video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I put a new video every single Friday, and my videos are always super fun and colorful. They're usually not in my bedroom, but if you like my bedroom, okay, I'll make more videos here. So leave in the comments below if you like the setup, and leave in the comments below how you praise your students and if those tips were effective for you. So without further ado, let's go right into the video. So my very first tip when praising students is praise when they deserve praising, because sometimes we put in our head like, okay, I have to praise that student, and if I don't praise, the student's going to be not motivated enough, and I have to praise him or her. But the thing is, you have to praise a student when he or she deserves it. If they don't deserve it, don't praise, because this can totally backfire. Because if you overpraise a student when you actually praise them for something that they're doing, like that's really deserving a praise, they're not gonna trust you, they're not gonna believe you, and that's going to be something that they're not gonna take seriously. So it's really crucial to praise students when it's necessary. Okay, and when is it necessary? Okay, so that's when it gets a little bit more serious, because I know that everybody thinks like, how much is overdoing it? So what I feel, okay, I try to think back of my experience. So in my classroom, I feel like my student deserves praising when they do something that's out of the ordinary, when they step out of their comfort zone, and that's when I feel like they deserve praising. For instance, if I have a class that's really talkative, really messy, really naughty, I call one by one to make a line, and what I tell them is, I call the order of the line is the order of your behavior and how much you contributed to the particular class. So they're like, okay, I feel like I'm too far behind in the line. Then I say, okay, so try to act differently, try to change your behavior, and next class we'll see where you are. And that's what I do. So in the next class, if they behave better, which is usually the case when I do that, I call them first, or in the beginning of the line. So that's what I do, and that's something that I feel like works wonders for my classes, because I get to have those students who are, the most talkative and not very respectful during the lessons. In those situations, they become really respectful, and they participate a lot more and cooperate a lot more during the lesson. So that's what I do. So keep that in mind. If your student is acting out of the ordinary, it means that he or she is putting an effort into changing their behavior. So that's something it's worth praising. So just keep that in mind, not overpraising, and pay attention on those details, because it changes from student to student. So that's what I feel is like the most difficult, because it changes from student to student. Because there are students who, like, they cooperate a lot, they they do everything they have to do, but that's, you know, that's just their comfort zone. It doesn't mean that you don't have to praise them, because it still means that they're putting a lot of effort in other things. So you have to pay attention on the particular things that they do, that they are, you know, behaving out of their comfort zone, out of the ordinary for them, and praise that. Maybe it's like a painting, like they're painting something that, and they're putting a lot of effort, and just say, okay, great job, I can see that you're putting a lot of effort into it, so great job. So it changes from students to students. All right, so tip number 2 is connected to tip number 1, which is praise the effort, not only the result. The effort is I was going to say just as important as the result, but I think that the effort is even more important than the result. Like, sometimes the result doesn't matter, what matters is the effort, because when children are like really little, really young, like toddlers, they can't, like, sometimes no, they can't concentrate for long. They don't have like a they have a super short attention span. Like I told this before, they have a super short attention span, which means that if they are putting a lot of effort into something, it means that they really want to please you, or that they really want that particular thing to be amazing. So praise the effort, because the younger they are, the harder it is for them to put a lot of effort into things. So that's something that you really have to praise. So praise the effort, not only the result. My tip number 3 is something that I see a lot of people don't do, and I feel like it's really important. I'm gonna explain why. But my tip number 3 would be praise a student in particular, in private. I really think that's much more meaningful for them when you praise them in private. I mean, I'm not saying like talk separately. No, I'm saying like go to that particular student and say, okay, Jack, great job today. You know, instead of putting that child on the spot, because sometimes they are shy, they don't want to be on the spot. Sometimes they feel like if you praise them, they're not being cool enough. You know, that happened to me before. One student came to me and said, oh, teacher, when you praise me, can you like talk just to me, or can you like do that not in front of my friends, because that's not, you know, really cool. So sometimes we have to pay attention to those things, because what's cool for me is not cool for them. So praise them individually. I think that's a great thing to do. You know, praise students individually, because putting children on the spot, especially really young children, it's not something that you want to do, you know. It doesn't matter if it's like something good or bad, you just don't want to put them on the spot. That can be like another video, you know, if you want to know about how I feel when putting children on the spot, or students in general on the spot, leave in the comments below that I can make another video on that. So my 4th and last tip, and to me like one of the most important things you can do, is be honest. They don't want your lies, they don't want you lying, because they know when you're lying. I feel like I'm screaming right now, but it's because like they don't want you to lie to them just because they're young. I feel like this is so I don't want to be like I don't want to sound strange, but they feel, I feel like this is a really weird word for me to say, but they feel stupid when you lie. They don't want your lies. If they're doing something that they know it's not that great, they don't want you going after them and say, okay, great job, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. No, they don't want that. Maybe you can go there and praise the effort. Okay, great job. This is, I mean, you're putting a lot of effort into this. Great effort. So just don't say like, oh, this is gorgeous, this is amazing. No, they don't want that. I mean, if what I mean by that is if they're doing something that they have a hard time doing, they know that because their friends are honest. And it's not you going there and saying, okay, this is great, this is amazing, you're a genius, that's gonna make them change their minds. You can go there and say, okay, you put a lot of effort into what you do, that's amazing, that's awesome, and look, there's this and that you do, and that's amazing. So point something else that that child does that's amazing, you know, that helps a lot, because maybe they're gonna like put more time and more effort into things that they are actually good at and they actually like. You know what I mean? I don't know if I was clear enough. Alright guys, so that's my video for today. Please leave in the comments below other tips for praising and what other videos you guys want me to make. Stay tuned for next week. Please leave in the comments below what your favorite tip was. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends who are teachers or who are parents, because parents ask me this a lot too. I receive a lot of questions from parents. I'm not a parent myself, but I deal with children 24/7, so if these tips are useful to you, I will feel really, really happy about it. So thank you for watching, and I see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!